Hello everyone. So in this section we'll discuss about a basic introduction to algorithms. So what is an algorithm? So if you see the formal definition of algorithm, an algorithm is a set of instructions to perform a task or to solve a given problem. So what do we mean by set of instructions is that let's say we are given a problem. So there would be a sequence of steps or there would be a set of instructions. If we follow that, our given problem will be solved. So let's say for example, we are aware of a recipe book. So it is nothing but a collection of recipes in which each recipe provides a step-by-step instruction to prepare the food. So let's say if someone asks you that provide me the recipe to prepare a tea. So basically the steps inside that recipe would be, the first step would be that we need to boil water. Second would be put tea in the teapot. The third step would be that put that boiled water into the teapot. So after adding the hot water, the fourth step would be that as we have hot tea, so we just put that hot tea into the teacups. So the fifth step would be that do you need sugar? So there is a choice. If yes, then put that sugar into the teacups, and if no, then do nothing. And the last step would be stir, drink and enjoy the tea. So here if you see that this recipe of preparing a tea is very much similar to an algorithm, which is nothing but set of instructions which help us to solve a given problem. So here let's say we take an example that we want to print the average of 3 numbers. So we are given 3 numbers and we want to print the average of it. Now let's say you want to write an algorithm to solve this given problem. So the steps you would provide would be, first you will perform the sum of 3 numbers. Store that sum into a variable by name sum. Divide the value stored in sum by 3 and store the value into a variable average. And finally print the value stored in the average. So this would be the sequence of steps which you would perform to print the average of 3 given numbers. And this set of instructions is nothing but an algorithm. So here if we transform these 5 steps into the code, then here we have a method find average where we are given 3 numbers A, B and C. So we perform the sum of 3 numbers here. We store it in a variable sum. So here we are storing it here. Then we are dividing the sum by 3. So whatever the value is there in sum, we are dividing it by 3. We are storing the value in variable average here. And finally we are printing the value stored in average here. So this sequence of steps is nothing but an algorithm, and usually when we are given any particular problems, we derive this sequence of steps and we try to implement it in particular language and write the logic around it, and finally after performing all the steps properly, the given problem is solved. So friends, this was the basic introduction to algorithms. In our upcoming videos, we will discuss the algorithms and data structure in great detail. I hope you like this video. Thanks, have a nice day.